Uh, Welcome to the microengineering course. Today we learn that a bulk effect semiconductor, and we continue with the bulk effect semiconductors, and then we try to learn that gun effect diode or gun diode. Then we learn that trapper diode, barrel diode, impact diode. Okay, that is about a bulk effect actually. So generally a PN junction diode, it has a if you see that, so it has a junction that the PN diode it has a one particular junction and it is made up of a p-type material and a n-type material. But in the case of a bulk effect semiconductor, it doesn't have any junction, and so there is no junction there, and that operation takes place inside that particular either n-type or a p-type. So mostly, if you consider that there is only a one type of material is present, that is nothing but a n-type material is present. So means if you consider that a diode, so there is a junction. Even if you consider the transistor, there are two junctions. But in the case of bulk effect semiconductor, it doesn't have a junction there. Means it has a no junction, and that process, whatever the process occur for the necessary conditions and all, so that will be occur inside that particular semiconductor material. So we need a specific semiconductor material for this bulk effect. So what are those uh, bulk effect semiconductor material? So that we will learn him. So generally we say that a silicon, okay, germanium and all. So likewise, that bulk effect semiconductor is made up of what? A combination of whatever the uh, n-type material only. Means we have the n junction is there, but it is made up of a. So for example, it is made up of a two different material. Okay, that junction will be there, but it is made up of a two different n-type material. So means if you consider that this particular bulk effect semiconductor that will work for the uh, generation of a microwave signal. Means here this bulk effect that this bulk effect is nothing but to use for the microwave power generation. Microwave power generation. Now if you consider that a any diode, okay, for any semiconductor devices, so that semiconductor devices not able to have uh, work for the high power generation. Okay, but if you consider that a bulk effect semiconductor, this bulk effect semiconductor, they can work for the higher power, higher power output, or they produces a higher power output for the given micro signal. Okay, so that is about we say that this one is about your micro power generation that is to be used. And if you consider that a bulk effect semiconductor, there are generally two types. So two types means one type is about what we can say it is about a transferred electron device, transferred electron device. Another type is about what we can say that is about the avalanche, avalanche transit time device. Okay, now we first we consider that a transferred electron device. Generally, a transport electron device. Some books they say that it is about a transport electron device, or we can say that is about the TED. Okay, so now you we have learned that a diode. In a diode, what happened that when we apply the bias, okay, when we apply the bias, current start increases. Okay, when we apply the bias, current start increases, and then okay, in the general diode, we say that that semiconductor solid state devices, microwave solid state devices, that tunnel diode and pin diode, we say it will work means what increases the current and then decrease means your device will work in this particular negative resistance region. But here in a transport electron device, it is again work in the negative resistance region. But the condition is that here we say that is about word transport, that is the transport, and that what transport, that is about the electron. Means when we apply the bias voltage to a given particular device, then what happens? So electrons will raise their energy from a lower level to the higher energy level. Means what happen here? The electron, okay, electron raises, okay, energy, okay, they raises energy from lower level to the higher level. That's why we can say that is about a transfer of that whatever the energy there. Okay, transfer of the electron from what lower energy level to the higher energy level. So that is nothing but called as a transport device, or we can say that is about called as a transport electron effect. Okay, because that electron will transfer from the their lower energy level to the higher energy, or we could not say that is about lower. So whichever the energy is present for the given electron, they will raise their energy to the higher energy. Okay, so generally we use a word that's about from the lower energy level to the higher energy level. But it is not that. It is only what electron raises their energy, okay, whatever the energy level they have to the higher energy level. Okay, that is called as what we can say that is about a transport electron device. And this particular diode, if you consider, okay, this is about a diode, means it raises the energy. It raises the energy means what? In some particular cases, we say that energy raises. Okay, so then you are what we can say that is about the current increases. But at some particular level, okay, so it when it will be a maximum, okay, all the electrons will reach that particular higher level. Then what happen? Even if you apply the bias, then current start decreasing. So means energy level increases. Okay, so energy level increases, so that we can say that so we achieve that what value of the current, whatever the maximum value of the current we achieve, and that value of the current is called as a threshold value of the given current. So in a gun diode, if you consider the gun diode there, what happens? Gun diode is nothing but what? It is a transport electron device. When we increase the bias, current start increases. When it reaches to the maximum value, okay, then it starts decreasing. So that is nothing but a what we can say a negative resistance effect. Means your diode will work, or we can say that it that a gun diode will work at a micro frequency. Means what? The phenomena of what? A transport electronic. Okay, now if you consider that this one, because we say that a that is about a negative resistance region. So similarly, if you consider that a same negative resistance region for the tunnel diode, or we can say that pin diode there. But in the case of the tunnel diode and pin diode, what happened? So electron, okay, electron move from what? Uh, from N to P there, accumulate in that particular intrinsic region. Okay, so means what we can say that from the empty state to the okay field state, electron move from the empty state to the field state. But in the case of here, in this transfer electron device, the electron raises their energy level to the higher energy level. So if you see that because of that negative resistance region, okay, so means generally we say that a diode exhibit at the negative resistance level, and then what happened? That is about we say this is about a point. Here we say that is about a threshold voltage. So below that, okay, this is about particular range. Below that particular cutoff voltage, okay, below the cutoff voltage, that we say that it starts increases there. Okay, it starts increases, and then above this particular threshold voltage, then your current starts decreases there. So that is about you can say is about a gun. But if you consider that in the case that is about a diode here, so what happened to this negative resistance region? So power generation takes place that in that particular transfer electron device, or you can say that your signal, or you can say that a micro signal generated that is with a micro signal or a micro power generated with a high frequency, okay, with a high power. And then if you compare this transfer electron device with a normal PN junction diode or a transistor, in a normal PN junction diode, it has a one junction, If you consider that a transistor, it has NPN likewise or PNP likewise. Okay, means it has a two junctions there. Means if you consider that, okay, here is the one junction. So in that particular case, there are the two junctions. But if you consider that a transfer electron device, it has a no junction. It has a no junction means what? TED has a no junction. Then what have no junction means what? Means it has only the block of what? Block of either N type or a P type material. Okay, means it consists of either only a N type material, means whatever the device or gun diode we are saying, it is made up of either only N type. Okay, the diode is made up of only N type or a AP type. Means transferred electron device is made up of either N type or a P type. Okay, so means we say that it has a no junctions. So that's why no junctions means what? It has a no P and no N. So that's why there is no junction. So that's why it is work with only a N type material or a P type material. But in the case of a transistors and a diode, they are made up of a gallium that we can say germanium or a silicon. But if you consider that in the case of a transfer electron device, they are made up of a semiconductor compound, and that semiconductor compound is nothing but what we can say it is about a gallium arsenide and indium phosphide. Okay, okay, so it is made up of what? A gallium arsenide, that is a semiconductor compound of what? A gallium arsenide or a phosphate. But if you consider this it general diode, in the case of what we can say that a, a electron movement at a particular thermal level, okay, so means we can say that generally in transistor or a diode, what happens? That we say that electron movement takes place at particular value of a thermal energy level. Okay, but in the case of a transfer electron device, that electron whatever we can say that is about a transfer takes place. Okay, it is about that particular thermal energy level. Means that is about a diode will work for the high power generation. So there are some various devices. Okay, there are some various devices that is about they are the devices we can say that about a TD devices, transfer electron devices. Those devices are what we say a gun diode. Then we say that is about a LSA diode. Okay, LSA diode means what? A limited space charge accumulation diode. Okay, that is a limited space charge accumulation diode. Okay, that is about we can say a LSA diode. Then INP diode, indium phosphate diode. That is about, or you can say that phosphide or phosphate. Okay, the Indian phosphide diode, or we can say that a CDTE diode. That is nothing but what? A cadmium. Okay, we say it is about a cadmium telluride diode. Okay, these are about nothing but a transferred electron devices. These are the devices. Okay, transferred electron devices. That is about the gun diode, Indian phosphate diode, LSA diode. So now we learn here these two diodes that will work for the that will work in the field of what you can say a transferred electron device. Okay, so now we start with a first with a gun diode. Okay, so here we will start with a gun diode. So before okay, to understand that what is the gun diode and that, we need to know learn about the what are the devices for this particular gun diode. So we start here. Okay, so I think we start with the next page. Okay, so that will come start here because we require a time for the diagrams and all. Okay, so now we start here with a gun diode. So generally we say that we say that electron changes their energy Okay, means there that level of that electrons will changes, and same thing is happen here in this particular gun diode. Okay, or we can say that a micro generation takes place. Okay, micro generation takes place here in this particular gun diode when we apply the particular bias to the gun diode. Okay, when we apply the bias means micro signal generated. So that is, if you consider that this particular diode, we say that a transport electron devices, they are only the block of N type or a P type material. But in the case of in this particular gun diode, they are using a N type gallium arsenide. Okay, gallium. Okay, so you can see that gallium arsenide. N type gallium arsenide, or you can say that a GAS. Okay, that is about a gallium arsenide. That is about a gun diode. It is made up of what we can say a gallium arsenide, and this particular device operating when we apply the bias there, or you can say that it raises that, or you can say that electron raises their energy level. You can say that electron raises the energy level, or these devices are operated by, but we can say that is about it raises that energy level from that a whatever the energy level present for those electron there. Okay, to the higher energy level. Generally, we say that electron having the conduction energy some, okay, but that conduction energy level is increases to the higher energy level. So when we say that it is about higher, when it will move to the higher energy level, so electron we are not mobile. Okay, when it raises that energy level from the uh, whatever the whatever the energy is present for the particular electron there, when it reaches to the higher level, the electron will be immobile. Okay, electron will be the immobile. So then immobile electron means what? It reaches one particular value of a current, or we can say that it reaches. Means we say here bias apply. Okay, so that's why electron reaches. Then at this particular case, electron mobile, so current starts decreasing. Okay, so likewise, we say. So now how your gun diode work here? Okay, that is to be learned. So generally we say that we apply the bias to the device. Okay, bias to this particular diode, then current start increases. We say that particular gun diode, we say that that's about energy level changes, and that energy level changes, that effect is called as a transport electron effect. Okay, that effect is called as a transport electron effect. So we say that it is about a N type one is made up of what we can say that is about gallium okay, gallium arsenide here, and it will work that is about uh, voltage. Okay, so that is about it will work up to the voltage of a kV. Okay, so it will work for the particular kilovolt per centimeter. So generally we say that this N type will work that is about a certain value of electric field, and that certain value of electric field is say bias here. That is nothing but particular threshold. It will work for that particular value of threshold there, and beyond that particular threshold, okay, so we can say that uh, the velocity of that particular electron decreases there, and then that a electron will start exhibiting in the negative resistance region. So this one, okay, you can say that it work in the negative resistance. So this one is about a, we say that is about what you can say, that's about N type. So how this gun diode looks like? Okay, so we just draw a schematic of the gun diode here. Draw here a schematic of a gun diode. This is about a gun diode. Here is the cathode. Here is the cathode. Here is about the anode. And this is nothing but what a metal coating. Gallium arsenide. And this is nothing but what we say, okay, high field domain. Means we say that we apply the energy. Okay, means a gun diode. Okay, it has some drift velocity of that particular charge carrier there. Okay, so that drift velocity of that particular charge carrier. So means that drift velocity. Okay, uh, when we apply that electric field there. Okay, so you can say that when we apply that electric field to a certain value, then what you can say that drift velocity linearly increases. Okay, this is drift velocity. Okay, linearly increases. But when we can say that when we apply this again beyond that particular threshold value of voltage, then drift velocity of those electrons will be start decreases. So means drift velocity of electron, okay, or drift velocity of that particular charge carrier. That is which charge carrier? That is about the N-type charge. We have the N-type material of that gallium arsenide. And then we say that velocity decreases means your diode or your device will exhibit in a negative resistance region. Okay, when velocity decreases, then this diode will work in a negative resistance region. This is about your figure, that is schematic diagram for N-type gallium arsenide. And this particular threshold value of that voltage is depending upon that what will be the size of this device, and you can say that threshold threshold okay, threshold depends on what size, what will be the size of this particular device, size and a material there, what type of material. So it is not a specific. We say that earlier we say that about a kV per centimeter. Means generally say that this gallium arsenide, if we consider that it will have a 3 kV by centimeter is a threshold value of voltage. Means beyond that it will work in a negative resistance region. Okay. But this 3 kilo kV per centimeter, whatever the threshold value of voltage we are saying, it is depending upon that what will be the size of this particular device and what will be the material we are using. Okay, in that particular device. Or you can say that for a given particular N-type material, okay, whatever the N-type material we are using, what will be the cross-sectional area? Okay, what will be the cross-sectional area of this N-type material? Okay, that is to be used to form this gun diode. Okay, or we can say that what will be the cross-sectional area of that N-type gallium arsenide, so that it will form the gun device or a gun there. So then, your threshold value of voltage will be changes as per the whatever the size of this particular gallium arsenide. Okay, so size of the N-type material and what is the what type of material. Okay, if it is not a gallium arsenide, it's different material there. Okay, if it is a different material, so then the threshold value threshold value will be changes. If it is the gallium arsenide, so we say that for a simple schematic. This one is about a threshold value of a voltage. So what happened here in if we consider that a gallium arsenide semiconductor, what happened? So it has the empty electrons. Okay, generally what happened? It has the empty electrons in the conduction band. Okay, empty electrons in what we can say that is about a conduction band there, and it has some particular energy. Okay, they have some particular energy, and when we apply the voltage there, okay, when we can say that uh, when we apply the voltage, so electrons having them whatever the energy there, they reduce their energy, and that energy of that particular electrons will be increases, and they occupied whole conduction band there. Okay, means we can say that the electrons will occupy that higher conduction band. All the electrons will occupy the higher conduction band. When the electrons occupy the high, okay, we say that when the electrons occupy the high conduction band, then what happens? That electron will be uh, immobile. Okay, no mobility of electron takes place in that particular region. But if an electric field, okay, if we apply some particular electric field, then what happened that so they will that electron will start move. Okay, so then from the low energy, okay, low energy conduction band, and then we can say that we can that electron will be immobile there. So then that those immobile electrons, okay, they because what we can say that when we apply the field, okay, electron raises their energy from the low conduction band to the higher conduction band. When you apply the okay field there, so what happens that electron will reach to the particular conduction band, and they occupy the whole conduction band. Means there is no mobility. If there is no mobility of the electron, so means no mobility of electrons means what? A current. Okay, whatever the current we say, current okay will not increases. Okay, current will not be increases there. So generally we say that a current is depending upon that whatever the electrons are moving. Okay, motion of that electron. Okay, that will give us the current. So that's why we can say that when we apply the bias, so current start increases means electrons start increases. Electrons start moving. When at some particular certain value of a voltage, okay, at some particular value of a voltage, so then what happened that electron will not moving there. Okay, means here we say that about a current start increases there. Okay, current start increases, and then when the current reach at that maximum value, because electron will be no mobility. Okay, then your current start decreasing. Because of that, we say that that particular point, that particular point is called as a threshold value of a current or a threshold value of a voltage. So this is nothing but we can say that about a threshold voltage. Okay, so means we say that whatever the electrons, okay, when it reaches in the conduction band, they occupy the whole conduction band. The electron will not move moving there. Okay, no mobility of electron takes place. So then, okay, no mobility of electron takes place means then current start decreases, and that is called as a threshold voltage. If that is peak reaches at that particular value, here we are saying it is about current and this one is about a voltage. So that value is called as a we say is about a threshold voltage. Okay, this is called as a threshold voltage. Now then we say that a current start to decreases. Okay, here we say this current start decreases from this threshold value of voltage to this particular portion, and that region or we reaches it reaches the valley point. Okay, it reaches we can say it is about a valley here, and this is the region here. So here our diode works okay, in this particular region, and that region is called as the negative resistance region. And that negative resistance region, why it is why it is occur? Because electron moving to the higher conduction band and electron become a immobile. So that's why a current start decreases. Are you getting what I'm saying? It means electron reaches to the maximum. Okay, electrons resist their energy, or we can say that electron moving to the higher conduction band. Okay, means to the inner conduction band there. They occupy, but they are not moving here. Okay, no mobility of electron takes place, or you can say that electron will not be moving in that particular uh, band. So means electrons will be immobile in this particular region. So that is called as a, we say it is called as a, that region is called as a negative resonance region. So we need to learn about this is about a curve. Okay, this one is about a curve for the bulk effect semiconductor. Okay, this figure is for the bulk effect semiconductor. Okay, this is about, or you can say that is about a VI character semiconductor. Okay, simple one. You can say. So to understand the phenomena of that, what will be the uh, that negative resistance region and that mobility of electron takes place in that particular place. So we should know that what type of material is we are using. So that's why we need to know about what are the energy bands. What are the energy bands in gallium arsenide? Because we say that we are using the N type material there. So that's why we need to know about not energy bands in gallium arsenide, or we can say that energy levels for this gallium arsenide. So that's why we need to know about how this N type semiconductor bulk effect semiconductor works. Generally, we say that electron, if we consider that energy band of a gallium arsenide here. So now draw here one say this one about a field energy state. Okay, then we can say that about a forwarding energy gap. Okay, then we have the partially filled energy gap, and then we have the empty. Okay, so this is about, we can say that's about the filled energy gap. Filled energy band. Then we say is about a forbidden energy gap. Then we say it's about a partial field energy band. Then we say that's about a, okay, say that's about a narrow forbidden energy band gap. Okay, or then here we say that's about a empty energy band. Okay, now if you consider that this one is about a gap. Okay, forbidden energy gap we say this is about, if we can say if we have a forbidden energy. And this one we are saying that here a field energy band. Now you can see that here, okay, in this particular figure, if you consider that how your gallium arsenide works there and how how the transfer electron effect occur in this particular gallium arsenide. So they are about the, it has this one about, we can say that is about the energy band in a gallium. So if you see that it has an empty energy band, okay, that this one is about a, we say that this one is about the empty energy band, and that empty energy band higher in the energy band, or we can say that it is the highest. Okay, these are about, we can say that about the energy band here. This energy band, empty energy band, is the higher in the energy band, or the, you can say that that is the higher energy than the, whatever we can say that about the field energy band, or you can say that a partially field. But if you consider the size of those particular, what you can say, energy band, or we can say that the energy gap there. Okay, we can say that, or we can say that here we can say this is about a band and this is about a partially band. Okay, this is about empty energy band and this is about a partially filled energy band. And in between that there is a gap. Okay, there is a gap, and that gap is very very small. That's why we say the word is small, even we are not able to draw the small one, but just consider that it's about a very very narrow. Okay, it is about a very very small. So this gap is called, we say it is about a very very narrow one. Okay, and if you consider that this instead of with different material considering supposed to be silicon, or you can say that is about a germanium, that that particular gap is not present in the silicon and germanium. Are you getting what I'm saying? Means this particular energy band, okay, or you can say that this type of energy band is not there present in the silicon and germanium. So that's why a gallium arsenides are used. So why we say that a gallium arsenide means, we say that a N-type gallium arsenide is, okay, that is about N-type gallium arsenide, and that in this particular N-type gallium arsenide, it has the excess electron. Okay, it has the excess electron. That's why we say that about the N-type one, and it has the excess electron. And because of that excess electron, okay, when we apply, okay, when we apply the voltage or a bias to this particular gallium arsenide, then what happened there? The velocity of the electron that will be moving toward the positive, and that whatever the end is there, that end can be, what you can say that about whatever the electrons we are saying, it is move, and then end can be increased there. So we can say that's about, we say we have earlier we say that this one is about a cathode. When we apply the bias, so this is about, we can say, a positive region. Okay, so that whatever the positive region there, electron starts moving. Okay, so you can say that about the electron starts moving in this particular state. So means in a n-type gallium arsenide, electrons will be start moving toward the positive end. Okay, so that's why that can be increased. That movement of that electron will be start increases there, and then because of that increasing the move, okay, electron, okay, because of that moving electron, what happened that current increases. Okay, because of that moving electron, current increases, and once we say that a current start increases there, then a device will work in a positive resistance region. Okay, we can say that voltage increases, current increases. So you can say that a device will work in a positive resistance region.